Welcome back to Storm Alley Wellness with Storm Alley Services and stuff. We are on week 6 of our Sun Salutation A practice, so let's go ahead and meet at the tops of our mats. We'll start in mountain pose and ground ourselves through our feet, stand up nice and tall to the best of our ability. With my pregnancy, my back likes to sway a lot. You really want to try and tuck your butt under you and have a nice straight posture. We're going to inhale and reach overhead. Exhale and bring our hands heart center, just like usual. Inhale up. Exhale down into the forward fold. We're going to do 2 halfway lifts here. So on our first inhale, come up to halfway lift. Exhale just back into that nice forward fold. Try and get deep here. My hamstrings are feeling a little tight, so I bent my knees a little bit. That's perfectly okay. There's our second one. And here as we go back to forward fold, we want to come all the way down into that chaturanga and up into upward dog. 1 breath in for upward dog here, and then we're just going to go straight back into downward dog. As we get into our first downward dog of our practice today, whether you're doing this tonight after I've posted it or you're catching it later, it doesn't really matter. Pedal your feet out here. You can do this whenever. This is 6 weeks, twice a week, Sun Salutation A. Take several breaths here, really feel that down dog, get nice and stable in it. I was sliding a little bit, so I took some extra time to try and feel my way into stability. Now here we're going to come up into crescent lunge. We want to inhale up and raise our arms overhead, and exhale, really just sink into that stretch. Feel the strength of your front leg holding your weight. Feel the stretch in your back leg and in the front of your hip on that leg that's stretched back. On an exhale here, we're going to go back into downward dog. And we're going to take a few breaths in downward dog again. Really feel that stretch down the backs of our legs. Feel strong through our arms, grounded through our hands, with our head between our arms. And we're going to come up here on the other side and inhale into that crescent lunge again. It's okay if you wobble a little bit. Take it easy, go at your own pace. Exhale, sink in to that lunge. Really feel the strength in your leg in front. Feel the stretch in that back leg as you take 2 nice full breaths here. And on your 3rd or 4th exhale, go all the way back down into that downward dog. Every downward dog you exhale into should have slightly better form. You should feel a little stronger, a little more stable. On an exhale here, we're going to come down to chaturanga again and inhale into upward dog. We're going to pause here and take an extra breath in upward dog and really feel that posture, feel our muscles working. And then we're going to exhale back into downward dog. And we'll take a couple of breaths here in downward dog. And on an exhale, we're going to walk our feet back up to the head of our mat into that nice forward fold. We'll inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. We'll inhale to a second halfway lift again. Really getting a nice hamstring stretch here. Exhale to forward fold. Really trying to get a good stretch. And then we're going to inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center to finish our first flow for week 6. I'm so happy to have you here practicing with me. Take as many breaths as you need here. Feel yourself grounded through your feet. Feel the beat of your heart on your hands. We're going to inhale up, arms overhead reaching for the sky. Exhale down into that forward fold. This is our second flow. We're going to take it nice and slow again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. A second halfway lift here on an inhale. And on that exhale, come down and go all the way back down into that chaturanga. If you can do a full plank, great. I'm pregnant. That's not a good idea for me. Inhale, upward dog. Pause here. Take an extra breath in this upward dog. Feel your muscles working. Your glutes, just everything. Feel where it stretches. Feel where it's working. And then exhale to downward dog. Take several breaths here. 4 or 5 breaths. You can pedal out your feet anytime you need. Really get that stretch in those legs. Feel strong and grounded and stable in this pose. And then we're going to inhale into crescent lunge. You can exhale to bring your foot forward, but when you come up and lift your arms overhead, that needs to be the inhale. And then you exhale into that nice deep lunge position. Feel the strength, feel the stretch. Exhale back down. I almost fell. That's okay. It happens when we wobble sometimes. We're back in downward dog here. And then we're going to inhale into crescent lunge on the other side. My stability is getting a little bit better here in our second flow. I hope you're feeling a little stronger here too as we practice. Take 2 breaths in crescent lunge again. Exhale to sink into that position. Inhale to make a little bit of space. And on the 3rd or 4th exhale, you're going to come back into downward dog. Nice, strong, stable downward dog. Good alignment. You want a nice straight back, head between the arms. We're going to exhale into the chaturanga again. Inhale to upward dog. And exhale back into downward dog. 1 breath on that upward dog this time. We'll take a couple of breaths here in downward dog again. And then we're going to walk in an exhale back to the head of our mat for a forward fold. Inhale, upward halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift again, taking it nice and slow here. Exhale, forward fold. We'll inhale, swan dive up, reach overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pause the video here if you need to adjust yourself. If you've got any wardrobe malfunctions happening or anything like that, it's okay to just pause and take a moment to recalibrate. And we'll come back and right at the head of our mat here, inhale up, exhale down into forward fold. We are going to move into a 1 breath, 1 movement kind of deal here. So we're doing a single halfway lift and going right into that chaturanga on that exhale. We'll inhale into the upward dog and exhale straight back into downward dog. We're going to take 1 breath in downward dog. 1 nice deep full breath, feeling that position, and we're going to inhale right away into that crescent lunge. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling pretty good after those first 2 flows. This 3rd flow is feeling nice and smooth. We take 1 breath in that crescent lunge, and we're going to exhale back into downward dog. 1 breath in downward dog, and we're going to inhale into crescent lunge on the other side. Breathe as slowly as you need to get the position. Exhale into this nice lunge. 1 breath in here, and on our exhale, back to downward dog. We'll take 1 breath in downward dog here, and on the next exhale, we'll do our chaturanga again. Inhale right to upward dog, exhale right back to downward dog. 1 breath in downward dog here. It's okay if you're so stable that you start to have a little bit of a sway, but on our next exhale, walk it forward for that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold as deep as you can. Inhale, swan dive up, arms overhead, reach for the sky. Exhale, hands, heart, center. You can shake it out here a little bit. If you're like me, you might be feeling a little bit of tension in your calves or your ankles. So it's okay to just kind of move a little bit, release that tension, and then re-ground yourself through your feet. Feel yourself nice and tall, sturdy, stable. We're going to move into our 4th flow. This will truly be 1 breath, 1 movement. It will flow faster than our last flow did. Take as many breaths as you need to get ready, and then inhale overhead, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, forward fold all the way down into chaturanga. 1 exhale, inhale up to upward dog, exhale straight back into the downward dog. Inhale right away into that crescent lunge. We're not going to take a break this time. Exhale into the position. Inhale up for that stretch, and then exhale straight back into downward dog. On our next inhale, we're going right into the crescent lunge on the other side, coming up with that inhale, exhaling into that position nice and deep. You can see what a difference this makes for me. I hope you can feel it for yourself. We exhale into it and then inhale, and on the next exhale, we're back in downward dog. We take 1 breath in, and then we exhale into that chaturanga. Inhale for upward dog. Exhale back for downward dog. 1 breath in, and we're going to hop or walk our feet back to the head of our mat. into that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Reach for the sky one last time. Exhale, hands to heart center. You did it. We did it. Thank you for joining me. Congratulations. Namaste.